Hello and welcome back to episode 37 of Stranding. I'm Vic and you're watching yet another Let's Play channel. And I should keep moving before Cliff and his guys catch up to me.
I want my baby back.
BB back ribs? Barbecue sauce?
Where's my baby?
Is he actually leaving deceptive trails for me now? No, I'm just not following very well. Alright, I believe I emptied a blood bag, so let's ditch the empty, shall we? Yeah, get out of here. And we'll queue up another.
Get my baby.
Yeah, okay, so the Odra deck is telling me where he is. I don't have to follow his footprints to get there. It goes a lot faster when I focus on him. Can we be done now? What do you say?
Maybe this is all my fault. I should never have put you in that prison. Maybe.
Oh, don't take his dog tag. So this is after security shot him, I think. Presumably trying to break out of the hospital with BB for some reason. Is the glass cracked? Did they hit BB also? What about Deadman, though? The void out in Manhattan. I think we've been told that that's the first void out. Is that right? That looks more correct, doesn't it?
Lou, how's little Lou doing?
No response.
Well, look at that. That child's taking a shine to me.
Rude.
You two were out cold, so I had you brought here. You were right. Whatever you did back there returned us to our own world. I put your cargo and gear in your private box. You slept for a whole day, you know. Slept like the dead. I'm already back in Capital Knot. Fragile's beach has been coming in handy. Sam, I owe you an apology. Lou was the name you were going to give your own baby if he'd had made it. I should have pieced it together sooner.
Don't know what you're talking about.
I found some records from 10 years ago. A death, sudden, in the middle of a town. Young woman in the prime of her life. Nobody knew until it was too late. A void out. Her husband, who was a member of Bridges, had dooms. He tried, but he couldn't get to her in time. The whole town was wiped off the map, leaving nothing but a big crater and him. Because he was a repatriate. People wanted answers. Did the man hide his wife's body on purpose? The only survivor was the only suspect. He was easy to blame, and people did. And pretty soon, they were blaming Bridges too. The man felt responsible, so he left. And his wife, who died, her name was Lucy. She'd been pregnant, poor woman. They were going to name their son Lou.
Didn't happen.
But it did. President Strand told me. She talked about you all the time. He didn't have to cut all ties and walk away, she said.
You wanna shut the fuck up?
Calm down, Sam. Take a seat. I told you before about my body. 70% harvested from cadavers. Do you want to know the real reason why? Because the story you've heard is one I made up. The truth is, I'm Frankenstein's monster. Artificial, grown from pluripotent stem cells. And when that vital spark didn't manifest in all my organs, they replaced the defective ones with those of the dead. I never had a birthday. I'm a soulless meat puppet. No car, a dead man. People born the traditional way have beaches. You have one. BB too. But I have no such connections. No mother. No afterlife. No beach. You see now why I'm so obsessed with it all? Why I joined Bridges? The battlefield. Now that was an awful beach. But strangely, I didn't hate it. Because I knew you were coming for me. I've never felt that before. Connected to someone, anyone. You didn't have to cut all ties and walk away. The president was right about that much.
Wasn't anything to walk away from. It's not like I was ever welcome there.
Come on, even I was welcome. Oh, that. You were holding it. It's an old dog tag, US issue. Wasn't easy prying it out of your hand. Clifford Unger, as you can see. I looked him up in our database. Found a match. He was US Army Special Forces. Fought in Kosovo, Iraq, Afghanistan.
That's him.
Well, that's all I've managed to dig up so far. You must be caked in chiral matter from the battlefield. Time for a shower, I'd say. Oh, I won't be joining you this time. The Die Hardman issue is no longer a concern. I've seen to it that our conversations won't be recorded.
Well, that's nice, I guess. I do generally prefer to bathe without my clothes on. Somebody wants me to recover Deadman's stuff?
Sam, do you copy? As you might have suspected, time here stopped while you two were on that battlefield. If my thinking is correct, the dimension to which you traveled is a kind of beach. To explain a little, our bodies, our ha, all occupy the same world, but our souls, our ka, have beaches all their own. These beaches are given form inside our brains by our beliefs, religion, philosophy, and so forth. As a result, a beach can be anything, and those anythings form a multiverse. However, if many people die at once, their beaches can become entangled, creating a strand field. This phenomenon is exacerbated in wartime by omnipresent feelings of resentment and despair. Beaches are more easily and frequently entangled. On such a beach, exits vanish and experiences cycle endlessly. Picture it like a record player. The needle skips, playing the same phrase again and again. They're fighting a battle that has no beginning or end. Round and round it goes. Now, the battlefield you visited was in Eastern Europe in World War II. Which is strange, given that the man you encountered, Clifford Unger, played no part in that conflict. I can't explain it, but if you can connect me to the chiral network, who knows what we might discover.
EX grenade number 0.
Hold 0 grenades. So Heartman wants to be hooked up finally.
Still there, Sam? If so, I have a request. When you're ready, head upstairs to the delivery terminal.
Look at all those figures I've got now. Let's see what this email about Deadman's stuff is. Go and fetch a few things of Deadman's. Yeah, the cabin. Deadman's winter coat and boots should be somewhere nearby. It's a standard issue Bridges kit, but in a custom-made size. I wonder if that'll turn out to be useful to me somewhere. Oh, that reminds me. Do you remember I ignored an email a while back? I thought it was from... Well, it was from the chiral artist, but I interpreted it to have been from the junk dealer. It turns out that she wasn't very happy in that marriage, and she left and went back to her mother. Surprise, surprise. Brought herself there, which is a surprise. I haven't been back to check on them since.
Can I help you?
This is a new one.
Holy shit. John, is that you?
John is Die Hardman.
What are you doing here? My wife's checked in. They don't want a repeat of last year. I'm so sorry. I didn't know you were that.
That might have been their arrival at the hospital.
Scanning Bridges ID. Verifying ID. Clear. All weapons will remain locked.
So we're at Mountain Knot City.
Up until departure. All clear. Welcome, Sam Porter Bridges.
Let's see what Heartman's got for us, I guess.
Sam, the west side of that region is covered by a massive tar belt. Beyond it is Edge Knot City, the last bastion of civilization you'll find that far out. It's your final destination. Once you use the qubit to connect it, the chiral network will span the entire continent. The rebirth of America is so close. And remember, that's where Amelie is being held captive. We need you to bring her home safely. But before you cross the tar belt, there's one more knot we need you to tie. Hartman will help you get it done.
Sam, I'd like for you to bring me a few things. First, the dog tags you took from that soldier. Tuck them away in a pocket so you don't misplace them. Second, Mama's corpse. Her body shows no signs of necrosis, and I, for one, would like very much to know the reason why. Closer study may yield information that could prove instrumental in helping us to overcome the Death Stranding. Suffice it to say, 1 minute remaining. I don't have much time. See to your preparations. I'll be waiting. You'll find an official order on the terminal.
What do you suppose is going to happen in 1 minute? You know what? I think, yeah, I do have a memory chip. Let's take care of that first. I don't remember where I found it.
Wow, thanks.
Great. What did we get? Godzilla.
Thank you for your conversation.
Alright then. No, this one. I think maybe we'll leave the winter clothes recovery for in-between episodes. So let's deliver Mama's corpse to the Heartman. Oh, we're gonna take the pinwheel and everything? What have I got in here? Alright, we'll use that. We'll take these and take those. I have a feeling I might need this. And also, it doesn't hurt to have some of these. I was hoping for a number 2 grenade, but I'll just have to make do. I'm going to recycle these armor plates and get some fresh ones, because they're all in pretty bad shape. I think that's probably good. That's a little
All right,
weird.
Sam. Take care of her.
I mean,
And don't worry, she won't go necro. Milligan's special. Be funny if these Ha of ours ended up being the key to saving us all.
You're not gonna help him load her up or anything?
Order assigned.
Do you think a buddy bot can carry a corpse? That sure would be convenient. So this guy, he's up this canyon from the doctor. Or if I just cross... Yeah, I mean, that's certainly going to be the most direct route, isn't it? I don't know that I'm going to find a better one. Let's fabricate those armor plates. There we go. We'll recycle the other ones after. It'd be nice if there was a bulk attached to suit option. I mean, if I've got 4 things, and I want to attach them all to my suit. There's only one way for that to wind up, right? Okay, and off you go.
Thank you for your continued support. Thank you for your contribution.
Well, let's just go for it. We don't need to mess around with floaty carriers or buddy bots or trikes. We just need to get to hiking. Up and over. And this tar pit is still empty, with no floaties. What exactly is that about? Is it going to fill up again? Why was it full in the first place? Not a fan of the case of the disappearing tar. So lots of these people have names whose meanings or references are pretty obvious. Deadman is a man without a soul. Heartman has some kind of something going on with his heart. Die Hard Man is named John McClane for some reason that we don't know yet. Mama was also a pretty obvious name. But Lockney and Mulligan are not so obvious. I don't know what that's about. And I wonder if we're going to learn. There's somebody that you haven't met, because I did their missions off camera. The cosplayer lives with a partner, and the partner's name is something like the Wandering MC. Voice and face acted by Conan O'Brien, which is a fun little, I don't know, is it an Easter egg or is it just a cameo? Somewhere I have a hologram of him, and he's wearing the same otter hood that I've got. Don't know why. I don't think it does him any good. Yeah, see, this would just be silly without these awesome all-terrain legs. You probably haven't, but it's okay. Because most of the time you've been walking, you didn't have these amazing skeleton legs. I keep expecting her to, like, wiggle around or say something. I don't think that she's gonna. The ones with the zipper taped over don't. And her soul is apparently in Lockney's body now. It wouldn't hurt to have a parachute. I guess parachuting with a corpse on your back might be a little too challenging, but on the other hand, I seem to have signed myself up for a pretty challenging descent anyway. We might be able to make this if we take it slow. Yeah. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Take it slow. Right. Or, you know, if I had brought a climbing rope or a ladder, which are things I used to do when I went out for a hike. And now I just don't care about those things anymore. Why? Because, oh, that's not where I need to be. That's the doctor's place. I need to go back up. Good thing I didn't get too far into that. Yeah, we're going that way. Alright. So for the first time, when Hardman popped up earlier, I actually looked at him a little more closely and noticed that that box on his chest says AED, which probably means it is an automatic defibrillator. Which gives us, I think, a hint into why his name is Heartman. I wonder when we're going to get the explanation, though. Probably not this episode. We've got a lot of walking to do, especially since I went off course there. Can you believe these chiral boots? They last forever. I've been wearing the same pair since, well, I did wear out one pair off camera, but this is the same pair I've been wearing since you've seen them. Including all the stuff that I've done off camera since then. Which is pretty wild. Is it? It's disappearing. Why? It's supposed to... I must have toggled it twice. Maybe? Let's go this way and see what happens.
Too close.
Too close to what, Sam? I do wonder if that stuff of Deadman's that we're supposed to pick up is actually going to provide gear for us, or what. It seems likely. I don't know why else it would be a thing for us to do. Maybe it provides some protection from time snow. Those strands are coming down on the other side of that peak, so I don't think I have to worry about that. That's not what I expected. Oh, there it is down there. Okay. Here we go. Weird heart-shaped lake at the top of a mountain. We'll enjoy the music while I wrap up the walk here. What a strange facility this is. Quite unlike anything else we've seen in the game. And you probably couldn't hear it, but we did not get the corpse detected warning. Alright, I brought your corpse as requested. Well, it's not your corpse. It's Mama's corpse.
Performance evaluation.
Not even 3 stars for a whole-ass corpse.
Request to join UCA. Registered. Awaiting Cupid connection.
Thermal pad.
Please proceed into the facility with the cadaver. Good work.
Okay, well, we're all out of time for episode 37, so come back and see me again in episode 38, and we will proceed into the facility with the cadaver. Talk to you soon.